All right, so today we're going to dive into the profile of lead engineer Mainza Kangombe to really understand a crucial role in today's tech world, the full-cycle engineer. I mean, what does it actually take to build and manage entire systems, from the ground up, all by yourself? Let's find out.
We're starting with this quote from his professional summary because, wow, it really sets the stage. And that phrase, the most demanding environments on Earth, that's not just some fancy resume talk. We're talking about global security infrastructure, where one tiny slip-up could have massive international consequences. This is the high-stakes world he operates in.
So how does someone even get there? How do you go from managing local systems to operating on the literal world stage? Well, this first part of our explainer is going to map out that incredible journey. And if you look at this timeline, what's really striking is the clear, logical climb. He kicks things off in 2012 at a nonprofit, but he's already making a huge impact, slashing data retrieval times. Just 2 years later, boom, he's at the United Nations, providing critical tech support for diplomatic summits. By 2016, he's in the lead role at the UN Security Council, managing the very systems that enforce global sanctions. And now, he's funneling all of that experience into his own company, Milimo Quantum. It's just a perfect trajectory of bigger challenges and bigger responsibilities.
Okay, so his time at the UN Security Council. This is where the stakes were just off the charts. His mission, essentially, was to digitally connect some of the most powerful, and let's be honest, traditionally siloed organizations in the entire world.
And this slide, well, it lays out the problem perfectly. You've got these massive information silos, the UN, the White House, Interpol, the SWIFT banking network. It's like they're all speaking different languages. But for global sanctions to actually work, they have to share data, and they have to do it seamlessly and securely. His solution was to architect this enhanced data model, basically a universal translator that forced all these critical systems to finally talk to each other. I mean, this was a huge feat of data engineering with massive global implications.
And the level of reliability required for that system? Get this, 99.99% uptime. To put that in perspective, that's less than 1 hour of total downtime allowed for the entire year. For a system that's enforcing global asset freezes, the pressure is just immense. It's a system that simply cannot fail.
So, what did his day-to-day actually look like, beyond just keeping the lights on? Well, his responsibilities were huge. He was managing the public sanctions website, securing the diplomatic databases, controlling who gets to see classified data, and even leading the charge to modernize old, clunky legacy systems. This demanded an incredible range of both technical and security skills.
So after years in that kind of pressure cooker environment, he decided to make a change. This next part looks at how he took all that discipline and architectural rigor he learned at the UN and aimed it at a whole new set of challenges as a founder.
The mission for his company, Milimo Quantum, is super clear and direct. It's all about finding tough, complex problems out in the market and engineering solutions that are not only high performance, but, and this is so important, are built with a privacy-first mindset from day one. And that's a key theme you're going to see again and again in his current work.
All right, so what does that mission actually look like in practice? Let's take a quick tour through the really impressive portfolio of solutions he's been building.
Okay, on the enterprise and AI side, we see a property management system that actually uses computer vision to automatically figure out what's wrong in a maintenance request. Then there's Novel Forge, which tackles the really tricky problem of managing AI agent workflows that have to run for a long time. He also built Gauntlet, a tool that simulates high-pressure startup challenges to get founders ready for interviews. And finally, a system that gives AI agents a persistent long-term memory using graph databases. You can see each one of these tackles a really unique and complex business problem.
And the diversity just keeps going here. You've got Farm Titus, an analytics platform for the African market built specifically to work offline where the internet can be spotty. There's Jabless, a career management tool that processes all of your sensitive data right on your device for maximum privacy. And then you see Milimo Voice and Milimo Chat, a real-time voice assistant and a secure chat app that both run entirely on local AI models, completely independent of the cloud. This emphasis on privacy and offline capability, it's a really powerful theme, right?
So, what's the technical secret sauce behind all these different projects? Well, this chart shows a really balanced, advanced expertise in Python and JavaScript/TypeScript, the two absolute essential languages for modern AI and full-stack development. This combo is super strategic. It lets him seamlessly bridge that gap between heavy-duty back-end data processing in Python and building those slick, interactive user experiences in JavaScript.
Now, this is a fantastic technical question, and it really gets to the absolute heart of his innovative approach. I mean, building a fast, responsive voice AI is already hard, but doing it without sending all your private voice data to some big tech company's cloud servers, that's a massive architectural challenge. That's the real magic trick.
And here's how he pulls it off. A beautifully clean, three-step, local-first architecture. First, audio is captured right there on the device. Second, instead of going to a faraway server, a direct, low-latency stream is created using WebRTC. And third, the final piece, the AI processing itself happens locally. This elegant design is the key. It's how you get both incredible speed and total privacy. So when you step back and you look at his entire career, from the UN all the way to his own company, a really clear philosophy starts to emerge, and this is what it means to be a full-cycle engineer.
So what is that exactly? Here's the core definition. It's a professional who owns the entire software lifecycle. This means having deep expertise from the very foundation, the infrastructure and databases, all the way through the complex back-end logic and right up to the final user interface that you see and touch. They don't just work on one piece of the puzzle, they build the whole thing.
In this chart, it really brings those three pillars of expertise to life. On the infrastructure side, he can manage complex, scalable deployments. In the back end, he can architect powerful and secure data systems. And on the front end, he can build modern, responsive user interfaces. The key takeaway is the balanced capability across all layers of the stack. That's the hallmark of a true full-cycle engineer.
So, to wrap this all up, what are the big takeaways from this profile? His experience covers the whole spectrum, from the rigid, high-stakes world of global security to nimble, fast-paced startup innovation. He has a clear specialty in building systems that are both highly available and fiercely private. He demonstrates true mastery across the entire tech stack, and most importantly, he solves problems by building complete, end-to-end solutions, owning projects from the first idea all the way to the final launch. And that really leads us to a final, and I think really important question. In an age where so many engineers are pushed to become hyper-specialized in one tiny area, what is the ultimate value of someone who can see the entire board, who can build the whole system from scratch? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this Explain.